Hey everyone, this is Finding Your Voice, and I'm Shannon. I know it's been a couple of months and with no videos, and today I'm presenting you with two. The first video I posted, if you haven't watched it, I ask that you pause this one and go back and look at that one first. Talks about lessons. And this video literally is a segue, or dare I say, an addition to lessons. And what I want to touch base on is how we as a society or humans, whatever you want to say, we truly have gotten away from interpersonal communication skills. I took that course in college in the early 2000s, and I wish I had paid better attention. And I'll be bluntly honest, I wish I had started putting those lessons into my skill set much sooner rather than almost 20 years later. So one of the things that the situation from this past week and situations that have been happening over the last several months have brought to the surface is working on active communication. Now, if you have not taken interpersonal communication, or maybe you took it a long time ago, let's dive into this a little bit through my own personal experience. And keep in mind, my personal experience doesn't mean it relates to you. Then again, maybe it does. Maybe it'll help you. Uh, One of the things that I came from last week's events in the last months is that active communication not only requires active listening, it actually requires active speaking and active back and forth in regards to the concept that I created this last week, and that is the three C's: confirm, clarify, clear. Now, what I'm going to say is the confirm. Let's start with that one first. You're in a communication, you're talking with somebody, whether it's a coworker or it's a family member or it's a loved one, a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, I don't care what it is. You're in a discussion, no matter what the level is, and they say something, and you are kind of put off by what they said. The first thing to do is confirm what you heard is what they meant. And you do that by, I think this is what you're saying, this is how I'm hearing it. By doing that, you give the speaker the opportunity to clarify. Yes, that's what I meant. What are your thoughts? Or it gives them a like, oh no, that's the furthest thing from what I meant. This is what I mean. By confirming what you heard, you are allowing them to clarify. The reason why this is kind of important: one, miscommunication, a lot of other things. Part of it is their background versus your background are vastly different. You might come from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. You know how a lot of people have said, well, I grew up in a region where Coca-Cola was called pop, and another person might say, oh no, it was soda. Those kind of things. Also, people come from different background beliefs, whether they believe in religion or they're spiritual, the type of schools they went to, the community they grew up in. All of that factors into a person's active communication. So by enacting the three C's, the confirm, the clarify, and the clear up, when you do those first two, then you can clear up any misunderstandings, any miscommunication, misinterpretation, and potentially by doing this, enacting this practice, you could potentially save a lot of various things. You could save a relationship, or even if you don't necessarily save the relationship, maybe the relationship changes and maybe it goes from being one thing to another. At least you can say you did your best with the communication. When I look out into the world today, I see so much poor communication. I'm going to be honest with you, I am just as guilty of it. I am at a point in my life that I'm really working to be a better person. And because of recent events, I realize this is one area that I truly need to work on. I have been told I can present things to people in various lights, various ways that make sense to them. To do that, I have to be better at paying attention to a lot of aspects of me and where I am at that given moment when I'm trying to have a conversation with a person. That's also that adds to the active communication. If you did watch the earlier video today, you will realize that part of active communication involves being in a good space mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And if you're struggling with any of those, if you're having a deep conversation, it might be better to say, today is a day that maybe I shouldn't be having this conversation. Again, a lot of factors go into active communication. I wanted today to be me demonstrating my flaws and what I'm working towards and making sure that that doesn't happen again. In doing that, it will make me better at presenting information to you. Whether you and I ever meet or whether you just are passing by, it allows me to present this and a lot of various topics out into the community so that it helps them, helps you maybe. I would like your feedback on this. I would like for you to say, oh, yeah, that makes sense, or oh, man, no, that doesn't work for me. That's how we build. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we heal. And your feedback, I would appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate where you are in this moment. And I hope that if anything, this just gives you a little nugget of wisdom to take, file it away for another day, or maybe start practicing it. Whatever you do with it, maybe you just walk away and just ignore the information. That's okay. What I will say though is please take the time to think about what is said. It might just make a difference in your life. That being said, I want to say thank you to anybody who watches this video, wherever you are at this very moment. Know that you are seen. And know that you have this. You can get through this. Whatever the situation is, you have what it takes. I wish you all the best. And I thank you for being here. And until the next video, take care.